Let's make some chile verde chicken tamales. So the first thing we're going to do is soak the corn husks. It's better to do it overnight, but I thought of making these all last minute, so I had to deal with what I had, and I sent hubby to the store really quick to get these, so I'm going to just let them soak for a couple hours in some hot water while I get everything prepared. And you just want something to weigh it down, and I'm just using this cup with water. And then this is what I had. You use whatever chicken you want, but I'm using 3 pounds of skinless, boneless chicken breast. And then I'm going to add about half of an onion, 5 garlic, 2 tablespoons of salt, and about 3 bay leaves. Then I'm just going to bring that to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, go ahead and remove those impurities, and then go ahead and cover it and let it cook for about 40 minutes on low. And while I wait, I'll go ahead and clean my vegetables. Alright, my chicken's been cooking for about 40 minutes on low, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that, and don't toss the broth because we'll need that for the masa. Okay, now I'm going to just remove the seeds to my Anaheim Chile peppers. I'm using 4 of those. So yeah, I'm just going to take out the seeds. And then I'm going to just slice them up into about 4 pieces each one. And then I'm going to take all of my chiles, 3 chile serranos and 1 jalepenio, and close to 1.5 pounds of tomatillos, and stick them in the chicken broth and bring them to a boil for about 5 minutes. Shred your chicken, and of course I love to use my beater. Okay, once the chiles are done boiling for about 5 to 7 minutes, the tomatillos would have changed color. Add everything to the blender along with 1 cup of the chicken broth, 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, 4 garlic, 1/3 of an onion, a teaspoon of oregano, and a bunch of cilantro. And then you're going to go ahead and blend that till smooth, just like that. And reserve 1 cup for the masa. With the remainder of the chicken broth, you're going to strain 6.5 cups for the masa as well. And then in a little bit of heated oil, you're going to go ahead and pour in all the sauce into the pan. And then we're just going to bring that to a simmer and let that cook for a few minutes. Marry all of those flavors together. And then go ahead and add the chicken. Then you're going to get that nice and stirred, and then bring that to a simmer and let that cook for about another 10 minutes. And now for the masa. So first I'm going to take 1.5 cups or 12 ounces of manteca, and I'm going to just put it into my mixer and let that mix up for about 5 minutes. It should turn into like a fluffy cream, if you will. Go ahead and scrape down the sides if needed and let it run a little bit more. I like to always scrape down the sides. And on a low speed, I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder and about 2 teaspoons of salt. I have 6 cups of instant tamale masa, 6.5 cups of the chicken broth, and 1 cup of the sauce. And I'm going to start adding it to the mixing bowl 1 cup at a time. So I'll do 1 cup of masa, 1 cup of chicken broth on a low speed until it's all added in. Oh yeah, and the 1 cup of the green sauce. Once it's all incorporated pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and cover it just so it doesn't make a huge mess. And then I'm going to put it on high speed for about 15 minutes. My masa's been churning for about 15 minutes, and I'm going to do the water test. I'm going to take a little bit of my masa and stick it in some water, and if it floats to the top, it's done. And yep, it's nice and fluffy and done. Alright, got my workstation, got my meat, my masa, and my husks. Okay, the husks have a rough side and a soft side, so you want to make sure you're spreading on the soft side. Go ahead and take a nice glob and put it on your husk. Yeah, so go ahead and just nicely spread that over about 2/3 of the husk, and then go ahead and add some chicken, and then you're going to just fold it over just like that, and then you're going to just put the tip up and fold it like that, and then you're just going to keep on going. And you could make them as thick as you want with the masa and put as much of the meat as you want. This is the ratio that I prefer them. Okay, once I used up all my masa and finished up my tamales, I'm going to get my pot ready. Okay, now I'm going to get my pot ready. I'm going to fill it up with water. Well, not fill it up, but I'm going to add about 12 cups. Then put in my steamer, which is a little small, but that's okay. We'll make it work. We just don't want the water to go above the steamer. And then I'm going to place some extra corn husks on the bottom just for another little barrier of the water and the tamales. And then once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and start stacking in my tamales upright. And I'm going to have the little flap opening towards the inside. I'll hold it every time I place in a tamale. So yeah, I just kept filling it up, and once done, I just got a wet toallita, put it on top, and then sealed it good with the lid. Then I put it to cook on my stove for about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and then I let it rest for 15 minutes, and then I put it on this tray and let it rest for about another 15 minutes, and voila. They are done. Oh my gosh, they came out so delicious. Everybody loved them. So moist, flavorful, and delicious. I'm still a work in progress, but my family, all my family loves these so much. Yum. Oh, and you can't forget to have these with some yummy, thick, hot champorrado. And this is pumpkin flavor. Well, if you made it to the end, thank you for watching. This is my first long form talking video. Happy holidays and hope you enjoyed. And don't forget to push that follow button.